Welcome back to the Temple of the Luminary Lion YouTube channel. Are you curious to get some insight into what your love life and relationships might look like in 2024? Well, I'm about to give you a tarot reading that's going to look at some love opportunities, some love blockages, some challenges you might face, and give you some advice on how you can get through those challenges. So if that interests you, stick around and let's get into it. Hey everybody, my name is Julius from www.templeoftheluminarylion.com, and I am super excited to continue this series that I'm doing where I am giving tarot card readings for different aspects of your life. Check out the video I did yesterday, which was about career for 2024, and today let's get into some love life, relationships, romance, that kind of stuff. I actually created a spread that I'm going to use today. This is available on my website, so if you are interested in doing a reading for yourself, go ahead and go to my website and download this free PDF, and you can give yourself a love relationships tarot card reading for the year of 2024. This is a general reading, which means it may apply to you and it may not. So if it resonates for you, great. I hope that you can take some things from this and grow in your love life for 2024. If it doesn't resonate with you, no problem. Go download this and do a reading for yourself. If you're not a tarot card reader and you don't want to do this reading for yourself, I'm actually offering tarot card readings one-on-one. We'll do a Zoom call and we can dive deep into your love life using the spread as well as some other cards. So if that interests you, you can actually book that on my website as well. So go check that out. But for those of you that are here and want to know a little bit about your love life, let's dive right into it. I'm going to be using several different decks. I will list them down in the description where you can get them and who they're by and all of that stuff. But I did want to mention that this Rainbow Reflections Lenormand deck that I'm going to be using is actually one that I created. So definitely check that out, and I'll link that to in the description as well. All right, so let's start with a general vibe for 2024 love life. I'm going to pull an oracle card. So what is the energy looking like for 2024 for love? Blossoming. Okay, so some of you may find that you are growing a relationship. So maybe you've recently met somebody or will meet somebody early this year, and there will be some kind of growth happening within that relationship. Let's look at maybe a affirmation that you can use. What's kind of the energy, the affirmations that you might need for 2024 love life? Mother of the sea, goddess, I surrender to the boundless creative flow of the ocean. All right, let's see how that plays into your reading a little bit later. And then finally, I'm going to pull just a few Lenormand cards. I like to use these almost like an oracle deck, actually. Well, they wanted to come right out, so let's see. All right, so we have the stork, tornado, and the lily. All right, so I kind of feel like maybe there's going to be some big changes that happen for you in 2024 that may cause some chaos around your love life. So maybe you are moving and starting a new beginning somewhere, and that's going to kind of like throw things into a little bit of a whirlwind. But I definitely feel like long term, there's some really good energy here for relationships with that lily card. So, maybe this is something that's going to kind of blossom over time. So I like this blossoming card with the lily because the lily reminds me, with the flower blossoming. So that's kind of interesting. So let's see what's going on with the tarot spread, and we'll kind of relate everything there. Okay, so let's look at the first cards I'm going to pull are your present situation. So this is kind of the energy that's currently around you that you're bringing in from 2023 maybe. So what are some energies around love and relationships? So presently we have 6 of Wands. All right. And we have the 3 of Wands. Excellent. Okay, so I definitely feel like there's some kind of like recognition of success or happiness within your current situation. So maybe you, like with this blossoming card again, maybe you are kind of starting a relationship with somebody, or if you are currently in a relationship, maybe this is kind of a celebration of that. So maybe you're hitting a milestone, maybe you're just really, happy within your relationship and you're excited about it. And then the 3 of Wands, we're talking about like kind of what's next for the future of your love life. So you're kind of maybe contemplating, what are you wanting to do next? Where are you wanting to go next with your love life? So maybe you want to like spice things up a little bit if you're currently in a relationship. Maybe you're seeking new people in your area, or you're looking outside of your area with this kind of idea of with historic new beginnings somewhere else. But I definitely feel like there's some really good energy currently when it comes to your relationship, and the vibes are really, really kind of nice. And I love this depiction of the 3 of Wands too, because she's standing with a surfboard in front of the ocean, right? And we have this, I surrender to the boundless creative flow of the ocean. So maybe this is kind of just validating this idea that you're going to flow, you're going to let things happen and blossom as on their own time. You're not going to try to force it, and I think that that's going to be maybe something important for you coming up this year. Okay, so the next cards that I'm going to pull are your love opportunities for 2024. What are some opportunities in love coming? So we have the Queen of Cups. So I feel like there's an energy of being very secure and very intuitive. And then we have the 5 of Swords. So I feel like maybe you've been in your head a lot lately, or you're overthinking a little bit and it's kind of affecting your relationship. And I feel like that kind of is going to start to ease up a little bit for you. The Queen of Cups is very much in control of her emotions. She's very intuitive. She's very understanding. And I feel like you're tapping into that energy this year, or you have the opportunity to do that and kind of get out of your head. Maybe this 5 of Swords is representing a need to kind of remove yourself from negative situations within relationships. So maybe you have you're dealing with like issues with your ex or a past relationship or whatever, and now you're starting to kind of evolve outside of that, and you're no longer carrying that with you. So I think those are amazing opportunities for you coming this year, especially with this Queen of Cups and tapping into that intuition, and that like, okay, I'm in control of my emotions and I'm not letting this past experience or this chaos or this whatever it is kind of get in the way of me growing and blossoming, both as a person but also in a relationship with a partner. All right, so what are some love blockages? So these are energies or thoughts or like expectations that are really like keeping you from having those or reaching those goals that you have within your love life. All right. So we have the 10 of Wands. Okay, so the 10 of Wands in this position is very interesting because it's talking about maybe carrying too much of a load. So maybe you're kind of in the mindset of, if I want this to work, I need to do everything, and I need to be the one that's constantly like reaching out to the other person, or I'm the one that needs to be planning the dates, or I'm the one that needs to be doing everything to make that relationship work. So maybe that's causing you to kind of hesitate with getting into a relationship, or it's causing frustration within your current relationship that is causing you to kind of have those blockages to where you can blossom into this new energy within your relationship. So definitely something to look at there. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards now that are going to talk about your like self-reflection. So this is kind of like things that are going on in your life right now within your own personal growth that could affect your relationships and your love life in 2024. So this is not necessarily a negative thing. These are just things that are going on in your life, or could potentially be going on in your life for this year. Okay, so I have the Seven of Pentacles, and I have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so I almost feel like maybe um, you're kind of in this like state of, I've planted some seeds and I'm going to see what's going on. For whatever reason, I'm getting some kind of shift in your career that may be taking up a lot of time for you, or where you're putting your priorities. And this could potentially be like a something that's been like really long awaited. You've really been working hard for this, and now you're all in because you really want this to work out. But I also feel like there's maybe a sense of financial stability, and you don't want to rock the boat too much because you're kind of in a good place right now. So that's something that could affect your relationship. So maybe if you're single, you're not really putting yourself out there because you're not really interested in growing a relationship right now when you're trying to build a career. But this also could be if you're currently in a relationship, maybe there's some financial growth going on that's really kind of like helping you to grow your relationship, because you're not stressing about money, you're not fighting about money, like that kind of energy. So really, really great cards here. I do want to talk about some challenges because we all go through them, and you're bound to have some challenges in the current year. So I'm going to pull a card for challenges that you may be bringing into the relationship. Okay, so these are challenges that are kind of your responsibility, and you may want to work through. The High Priestess. All right. So I love this card typically because she's very intuitive. She's somebody that people would go to for guidance, right? And I almost feel like maybe you are struggling to trust yourself. You're struggling to trust that the universe has your back, and maybe that's causing some paranoia, especially in your relationship. And that may be hindering your abilities to grow your relationship like you want to, and reach those goals that you really are trying to achieve within your love life. And this could go back to what I was saying about this Five of Swords, with the like carrying some old energy from relationships. This could be that you just are in this like chaotic tornado kind of area in your life, and you're not willing to, you can't trust people. And I almost feel like that's the challenge here is trusting yourself, but also maybe trusting other people, trusting yourself to trust other people, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's talk about some challenges that this other person. So if you're currently in a relationship, this might be your partner. If you're not in a relationship, this might be like prospects or some people that will come into your life. What challenges are they bringing that are hindering your relationship or the growth of your relationship? The Eight of Cups. Okay, so if you're currently in a relationship, this might be a situation where maybe they've been like pushing you away, or emotionally distant from you, and that's causing some issues with growing a relationship, where there's that energy of you don't know what's going on, and maybe that's where that distrust is coming from. But if you're not in a relationship, if you're single, maybe these other people that are coming into your life are kind of not sure what they want, or not sure what they need out of a relationship, and it's kind of causing issues. Maybe they're not wanting a serious relationship, and that's kind of obviously going to be difficult to grow a relationship around. Okay, so let's look at some advice. So what advice do we have for these challenges that you are facing within these relationships this year? The Queen of Swords. All right. And the Four of Cups. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is kind of representing the advice around the challenge that you're bringing into the relationship. And I almost feel like you're too logical about things, or you're too like, you want the facts and you're not putting your emotions into it. Maybe you're just too you speak your mind too freely, where it's becoming an issue. Like you're too direct, I guess. and that's causing issues. So I would say that when you're going through this growth phase of a relationship, whether you're currently in a relationship or you're single, you want to kind of make sure that you're not too cold, right? Like you're not too like heartless, or you're not putting your emotion into this relationship. And this could be because you've been hurt before, but I definitely feel like the potential for you with this Queen of Cups that we had earlier is really putting that energy, that emotional energy, into your relationship. And I feel like this is kind of telling you to don't be too cold, and that's how you're going to get there. Like change that aspect of yourself around the relationship. This also though could be like, don't be too emotional. Like make sure that you're also exploring the facts. So there's that balance that I feel like is really needed. And can be hard to kind of to find and maintain. But I think that that's kind of what you're going to have to figure out while you're trying to grow a relationship. Like, yes, you want to make sure that you're emotionally available and you're emotionally in the relationship, but also like don't ignore, the facts, and make sure that you're not just like blinded by love, right? And then for the other person's challenges, we had the Eight of Cups, right? And I almost feel like with this Four of Cups that there's a maybe this person just like is kind of gets bored easily, and that's maybe why they can't commit. I feel like with the Eight of Cups, that part of that challenge is their inability to commit to a relationship, and I almost feel like that's because they get bored easily, or they feel like they've been burned too many times in the past, and they're kind of like focused on that they don't want to put themselves into a relationship emotionally where they have the chance of getting hurt again. And I feel like that's kind of a that's kind of their whole, like, the advice here for that would be like, okay, yes, you've maybe been burned here before, or maybe you've had a hard time, but if you're focused on that so much, it's hard for you to see the good that's coming, or these opportunities to grow a healthy relationship. So the advice around here would be, stop living in the past, and make sure that you're also looking towards the future, and living in the present as well, right? Okay, so let's look at the future potential of your love life. So this could be like down the road. What are some energies, like, maybe not even this year, but down the road, that are surrounding your love life? Okay. The Two of Wands. Okay, so I definitely feel like there's opportunities for expansion. I almost feel like this is the card of what's next. Like, where am I going next? That could be represented with this stork kind of energy, where it's like, okay, I want a new beginning. I want something fresh and fun. And this could be with a current partner. Trying to like spark something new, or start over somewhere new, right? And actually physically moving. I feel like that again might cause some chaos, but long term, I feel like there's some really good energy there. And I feel like maybe a fresh start is what's needed. A lot of times that kind of can reignite things. So I definitely feel like, going through this whole year and stuff, maybe that's going to light a spark for you to be like, you know what, let's move to a different place, and start fresh, and maybe, start a new job with this uh, kind of growth that you're going through right now with this King of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. You're kind of maybe finding a new opportunity where you can grow financially, and it makes sense for you to move. So yeah, I hope that was really helpful, and I hope that resonated for some of you. Again, for some of you it may not resonate, and that's fine. Go check out my website. You can either download this PDF and do the spread for yourself, or you can book a reading with me. I would love to give you a full-on reading and go a little bit more in depth. And if this resonated with you, that's amazing, and I hope that you can take some of this advice and some of this information away, and actually like really blossom a relationship, or blossom your love life to where you are happy and have abundance, and are just like feeling really, really good about your relationship. So anyway, I hope that helps, and I'm looking forward to giving another reading tomorrow. So make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss any of these readings. And obviously, we'll also be doing some other things within this channel. So I'm super excited to start growing that. And as always, I hope that the light of the Luminary Lion guides your path, and it is protecting you along your journey. Take care, everybody.